Each week I enjoy seeing who's been triggered online. It gives me the chuckles. Makes me laugh. And there's a few things this week that jump to mind, because it's the ridiculous ones, like, not the real ones, like the people doing an anti-Israel protest here in the UK outside a fucking, just a Jewish centre where there was a nursery and they have a cafe and they talk about Jew things. Nothing to do with Israel, but they're all out there fucking screaming and shouting and campaigning against Israel. If I was going to campaign about Saudi Arabia, I don't think I'd go and do it outside a Muslim nursery. You'd go to the embassy, wouldn't you? But, it's the left wing. Jews is Jews. That's what they dig. But, triggered this week. Okay, let's have a look. These are quite cool. Fun things I've seen people triggered by this week. First one is Sonic the Hedgehog. There's a new film coming out, Sonic the Hedgehog. Jim Carrey's in it as Dr. Robotnik, and it's about a blue fucking hedgehog that runs around the place. It's a film based on a video game that was very old, and it involves a blue hedgehog running about. Now, I don't know what your expectations might be of a film of a 1990 platform game. And if you're a gamer and I got that year wrong, keep it to yourself, you weird incel motherfucker. I don't care. Grown men have been on the internet complaining that Sonic doesn't look right. Graham was complaining earlier that Sonic doesn't look right.
Yeah, well, we were discussing it. It's not like I walked in shouting about it.
No, but you did sit there and out of nowhere, it doesn't look like Sonic. It's a blue fucking hedgehog in trainers. It looks like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Out of nowhere, I was loading the picture up.
I don't know what you're doing over there. I can't see. All I know is it's Sonic the Hedgehog. You grown men, fucking stop it. You shouldn't even be going to see a film. Unless you have kids, you shouldn't be going to see Sonic the Hedgehog. You shouldn't worry about this shit. Let alone post endlessly about that it doesn't look quite how the picture in your fucking head did. It's just a shame you couldn't get off your ass and make the fucking film yourself. Far easier to moan. People that did this are the ones that are up there, what Graham told me about earlier. People were complaining about Avengers game because it panders to Marvel fans too much. My second favourite thing, I love this one. Game of Thrones. Oh, look at that. Game of Thrones, that's one of the brighter images from episode 3 of the new series of Game of Thrones. That's season to Americans who don't understand proper English. People have been very annoyed because this. I mean, I've watched it. It's an amazing bit of television. It's stunning in its intensity, its action, just the way it's put together. It's outrageous. There's never been TV like this episode on this scale. It was Hollywood A-lister movie scale action and adventure. It was awesome. It was awesome. But not on the internet. No. On the internet, it was really dark. I couldn't see everything because it was dark. Why was it dark? Because it was at night. No sun. No sun, dark. When they lit a fire, it got brighter. That's how light works. You need a source of illumination to create brightness. It was just light enough. It made it very dramatic. But no, people were sat at home changing the brightness on their televisions just in case there were 3 pixels they couldn't fucking make out on the 3rd zombie from the left at the 5th row back. Come on, guys. Is that all we've got to complain of? I saw a woman on American TV who said, well, I didn't know you could change the brightness on your television. And I imagine there were a lot of other people that didn't know that either. No, love. Just you. But what gets me, it's not complaining about, you could say, oh, it's a bit fucking dark, that, but it's the level of intensity and passion they put into whinging about these things. So Game of Thrones, massive problem for the internet this week. The last little trigger piece, well, it can only really be CNN. CNN were triggered. I thought we had a graphic there, but apparently we don't. When I shouted, can we have CNN? And you looked at me, I thought we had that. Because I pointed in, it's not there.
No.
Imagine there's a CNN logo just up here. CNN were triggered this week about the bar thing. CNN were triggered last week about something else. CNN will be triggered wildly about something next week, whilst ignoring any parallels to the left. If we do this thing more often, if I see things that are triggered every week, I get a feeling CNN might be on this every week. Perma-triggered motherfuckers. So that's just a couple of things that I saw triggered this week that I found very amusing. Lovely little people. Did you have a problem with Game of Thrones? Don't write in. If you would like to get in touch, it's live at triggerwarning.tv. If you want to Skype in, it's the same address. And you can talk to us on all the channels and things and stuff. You're laughing, Graham. What have you seen that I haven't?
Well, I got CNN up just as she decided to move on.
It was dead by then.
Yeah, no, it was too late. It was literally, it
passed.
It came up just as you moved on. We were done.
No, the moment passed.
We were finished.
The moment passed. It was. It was over. Mr. Kill C1 apparently says that it was too dark for my telly. Now I've managed to convince the miss thanks to this episode, and new TV is coming. Well done on the new telly. It's at night. What do they want? What do they fucking want?
They want them to put a show out that's been optimised for
Well, it has.
home screens.
It looked great on mine.
For everyone's home screen.
Fuck everyone. Looked great on mine. Mine's not even that great. Mid-range TV. It's not great. But I looked at it, and when it was black, I thought, it's not like that. And then all the fucking monsters came out of it. If you haven't watched episode 3 yet, do keep in mind there are a lot of spoilers on the internet. Terrible spoilers on the internet. Graham's looking at me. He thinks I'm going to drop a spoiler. And basically, it's Arya Stark that stabs the fucking Night King. And that's the end of that. Now they're off to fight Cersei. There we go. Everyone's seen it. It's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. And if you haven't seen it and you heard that, it's all right. He had to die. He had to die. Come on. Cup of Tea says, when are you doing the naked show? Well, nobody needs to see that shit. Why would anyone want to see that? Why would anyone want to see that? Graham, you look like you're having a whale of a time.
Well, do you remember when we were outside discussing the end of Game of Thrones, and I came up with that little phrase about how good it was when she dropped the knife, and that's all you need to say without smiling it. And then you just look right in the camera.
It's just because Jerry said he hadn't watched it yet.
It's just the fact that we came up with a lovely little phrase we could have used for the show.
That's me.
Nod to those that have seen it. I'm just here, just like that. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying myself tonight. I don't know why.
Mr. God to you says Hayden just loves poking fun at me, and I can take it without blowing a fuse. There we go.
And I have been enjoying. There's a lot of people talking about how triggered you are by triggered people.
Well, although it'd be really dull if I wasn't, wouldn't it?
No, yeah.
You know, I'm going to talk about. In fact, no. Let's just not talk about anything. Yeah, that's the thing. It's called trigger warning. I'm triggered. I'm permanently fucking triggered anyway, in one way or another. That's just the way this shit works.
Yeah, he's just told me off for being happy.
This isn't a place for happiness, dude. What are you doing? We can't be happy here. It's like Tuesday nights when we do that vodcast and we're sat there everyone 12:30. Well, now everyone can see it's one eye half shut. How long we been going now? 2 hours, you say? Brilliant.